And I chose some examples that were fairly obvious. I mean, it's obvious that there's a positive correlation between number of miles driven per week and amount of money spent on gas per week. It's obvious that the correlation would be positive, and it's also obvious that there would be a negative correlation between missed payments and credit score, because when you miss more payments, your credit score goes down. But in social science or psychology, there's a lot of examples that are less obvious, and you won't really have an idea of whether they're positively or negatively correlated unless you actually collect data and actually see what the data looks like. For example, if you're studying something like income and happiness, it might make sense that there would be a positive correlation in which people who are making more money are happier, but you wouldn't be allowed to make a claim that there's a positive correlation between income and happiness unless you actually collected a data set that showed evidence that that was true. Um, Also, in social science or psychology, you can't make a claim that two things aren't correlated with each other um, just because there's no reason to expect a correlation. For example, it doesn't seem like there would be any reason to expect a correlation between shoe size and IQ. There's no real reason to expect those two things to have something to do with each other. But if we actually collected data on shoe size and IQ, we might end up seeing a correlation between shoe size and IQ after all. Um, Sometimes a correlation that's unexpected will actually appear in the data. So before you can actually make a claim, you have to actually collect a data set that can show evidence to back up your claim. Just because it makes sense that there would be a correlation between two things, you can't just say that they're correlated just because of that. And